Mindset, uplift, manifest, momentum. Mindset, uplift, manifest, momentum. Mindset, uplift, manifest, momentum.
The world is never going to be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome into the Runners Live. It is Tuesday, July 6th, 2021 already. The summer is getting close to being half over, but we're just getting started. As always, joined by my good brother, Ricardo Hamilton. What's going down tonight?
I'm doing good, brother. You know, I love that intro because, like Robert Kiyosaki said, out of 100 people you talk to about this stuff, only 4 of them is going to get it. You know, and what's so powerful about what we're doing on a consistent basis is waking up people to the reality of the present economic situation that we face and providing a solution for it. While there are people who are just continuing to believe that everything is fine, this is the new normal, and they have nothing to worry about. So I just get excited that we do this show and that we share this information with people on a consistent basis, helping them get these assets and doing what the wealthy and 1% are doing right now. But I'm doing good, Mike. I'm doing good.
Hey, we can only save so many people at a time. We just had an amazing Zoom with our team talking about our 90-day run. So Emily, no worries. I'll get you the replay. Emily, one of the gold associates from Hawaii on our team. So we're looking forward to really just picking up the momentum and maximizing the massive amounts of points and money that's going to be coming into our organization as we start season 2 of the Runners. We'll get into that more later, but today, guys, we want to talk about what is money. We had Cole Linnell on from Australia, who's also on our team, who hit copper last week. And, you know, he was talking about how you have to educate people. You know, the school system, our news, our whole culture isn't about teaching people about real money. In fact, it's the opposite. They want to distract people with as much shiny objects as possible and get people to spend their money on liabilities. So Ricardo, you know, just kind of give us an introduction here of why do people need to pay attention tonight and make sure they understand what is money?
Well, there's something going on in the economy, folks. There's something going on across the world. And most people, would want to be aware of this because it affects their ability to provide for themselves and their family. It affects their future generations to come and their standard of living, their progeny. And, for those who are awake and who are have their eyes open and have their ears to the ground and listening, we're in uncertain times, uncharted territory in the economy. We're talking about math. We're talking about numbers. We're talking about business and global commerce and exchange. And right now, the time that we're in is a time where you want to have financial security, where, you want to be making sure that you're building wealth, not so much speculating and assuming that everything is going to be fine because things have just always been fine. The only thing constant in the universe is change. And you want to make sure that you are prepared for any potential change and upset that might come. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And when it comes to your ability to eat, your ability to for shelter, clothing, it comes down to money. It comes down to you having something of value that somebody else wants in exchange for goods or services. And most people who are just sitting on cash, are not realizing that cash is fading away. Not only is it becoming worth less as time goes on, but countries around the world are de-dollarizing. They're dumping the dollar. They're dumping the treasuries and they're looking for solid assets like gold. They're looking for solid assets like silver, something that has value, right? For thousands of years. And so what we want to do is we want to do what the wealthy are doing. We want to ring the alarm. We want to help people wake up to the reality of the situation. okay, build wealth, start a home-based business, create cash flow, okay, and acquire assets. All right. And like you saw in that video with Robert Kiyosaki, he's been preaching about this for a long time. And I know it seems like we've been going on for a while, but really, folks, I mean, it hasn't been that long, 100 plus years, a little bit over 100 years or so since the Federal Reserve was in place in 1913. In 1971, they took the dollar off the gold standard. It's always been about gold and silver, but we've been in a zeitgeist of paper fiat money for so long, it seems. And, people just need, that voice in the air to wake up to realize, hey, now is the time to exchange the paper for gold and silver.
Unbelievable. And I think, when Kiyosaki said that, how he says, you'll tell 100 people, maybe 2 will listen. When someone like that says that, it just makes me feel good, because you have to be consistent. He's been saying the same thing for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I'll still talk to people and be like, have you ever read Rich Dad Poor Dad? And they're like, no. And I'm like, right away, I'm like, okay, you need to read or listen to this book now, because you have no idea that you could be wealthy.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what happened here, Ricardo. I went to our infinite market cap, and LG Chem is number 1.
What?
With this. What is this?
I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't know if this is a misprint.
Well, it could be like, on CoinMarketCap, they'll have like, some little, like a joke for the day of a coin that's the top coin. I don't know.
It's a real, I tried to look it up. It's kind of a real thing, but
really,
like this says it's up 3,000%.
There might be a story here. There's something to look into then. If that's the case, all of a sudden, I mean, this wasn't even on our radar. And all of a sudden, it's the largest market cap in the world, $69 trillion. But the price is zero. What's the price?
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, they said it was.
I think it's a joke.
I think it's a misprint or something. But either way, up until yesterday, or this is a misprint, gold was the number 1 asset in the world at 11.4 trillion, price at 17.95. We have silver at number 8, 1.43 trillion. Price is only $26, and we're going to talk about how that's ridiculous. Bitcoin at about 34,000. And now we won't talk about crypto too much today, but I will tell you from everything I'm hearing that the markets are ready for an uptick. So you can kind of start to see, if you look in the last week, KuCoin is up 95%, OMI is up 83%, Titan up 79%, Synthetic 60%, Comp 54%, Aave 39%. So you're starting to see, this is what usually happens, is these alts that were beaten down really bad start to pop. And then people take those profits, and then it's like an avalanche. So you see a lot of the DeFi coming back now, right? Curve, Mana, Nexo, Avalanche, Sushi, Luna, I did a video on. These are almost all of these are DeFi coins. So I think the market's coming back, and that's what we're going to see. Theta in the $6 range is crazy, guys. I mean, it's just a matter of time before these things pop. Theta at 616 is just a screaming buy. Now, we're not against cryptocurrency, guys, but obviously we love it. But really, we have to ask ourselves the question, what is real money? And most people don't know this. So I'm going to read this and then kind of get Ricardo's take on this. Throughout recorded history, true money has been defined as a tangible item accepted for exchange and considered to have value. Diverse items ranging from tulip bulbs to seashells to weaponry have been considered money at some point in history. However, none of those have stood the test of time. Neither have government-issued fiat currencies. Fiat just means backed by nothing. It means by decree, meaning the government says it has value and therefore people just listen. Throughout history, all fiat currencies have failed or likely will fail again. Currencies are not real money. If you ask the average guy on the street to define money, 99 out of 100 will likely answer paper money, the US dollar, or a similar response. Technically, that's an incorrect answer. Paper money and base metal coinage are just government-issued currencies, a form of debt. On the other hand, gold and to a lesser extent silver fit the historical definition of money and have for thousands of years. So why have gold and silver survived the test of time as a true form of money? And why have gold and silver been universally accepted as money throughout recorded time? So Ricardo, before we go on, I just want to get your thoughts on there with the history, fiat currencies, and maybe explain even further the difference between currency and money.
Yeah, and I'll start with that first. I mean, money has to hold value, okay? Money has value whether you're in Africa, whether you're in Asia, whether you're Europe, whether you're America, whatever that is, okay, it holds value and it's accepted for value all around the world. The value is acknowledged. It's known. It has a history. It has a track record. It's been through all type of events on the planet and still holds its value. And that's gold and silver. And, you know, paper money is a fiat currency. Like all fiat currencies, they go to zero. Their intrinsic value is zero, okay? So you're dealing with, you know, the government's money or man's money, which paper of the day. And then we're talking about, you know, historical money, biblical money, God's money, gold and silver. And out of all the fiat currencies that have ever existed, there have been hundreds of fiat currencies. They all go to zero, okay? The dollar is no different. And we're at the end cycle of the dollar's relevancy in a global economy. And this is why we are saving and building wealth in physical gold and silver, because we know that it's money. We know that the dollar is going to continue to lose value. Okay. We know that, you know, the world acknowledges gold for value. In fact, Basel III, we've talked about this, is coming to enacted right now, where gold is a tier 1 asset, which means accepted for 100% value, zero risk associated with it. It is now currency. It's money again, right? But the problem is that the mainstream media will not tell you this, okay? The schools are not teaching this, okay? Your financial advisor is not going to tell you this, all right? There's only a certain amount of people, if you listen to them, the Robert Kiyosaki's and the other people out there, Mike Maloney and what's the other guy's name? I can't remember, but he runs this fund. But there's only a certain amount of people out there who are telling people, look, you need to get gold and silver. This is how you build wealth. This is how you protect your financial future. And then, of course, you got the runners out here letting people know, look, this is the asset you need to have. We got the best company. We got the best system, the best platform to get it, to build wealth. I said it, nobody loses. Nobody loses when you're building wealth in physical silver and you're getting it delivered to your home. Nobody loses when you're building wealth in physical gold and get it delivered to your home. Nobody loses when you have a home-based business that allows you to reduce your tax exposure and create additional cash flow for yourselves, unlike the masses of people who are relying on one stream of income, which is their job, and just saving cash. We got a better way with a solid company, a solid product, and a solid team running with the runners.
And you got to get educated, guys. Alan brought up a great book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. If you've never read that book or listened to the audio, you have to. If you want to be wealthy, if you want to have freedom, you have to understand what money is. Most people are running around and they believe the dollar is money. And that's why they remain poor and don't have freedom, because they're chasing an illusion. They're chasing debt. The dollar is not money. It is debt or currency, period. And if you are thinking like that, if you are chasing the dollar and trying to save in the dollar and trying to get more dollars, you're going to lose because of inflation. I just wish more people would wake up to this. It just gets frustrating. And even, you know, when I was a teacher, I felt the same way.
Well, that's why we got to remember, out of every 100, Mike, Robert said only 4. And, you know, the runners have been running for less than a year and we put in thousands. Okay, we are putting through 7K physical gold and silver in the hands of thousands of people, from us sharing this message and sharing our knowledge and sharing our experience and then sharing our network and connections, put in the hands of thousands of people, physical gold and silver. That's not only going to change those people's lives, but their children's lives and their children's lives. Because once you understand and grasp the concept of what money is and what money isn't, you'll never be broke again.
Right. Yep. So let's look at that. Why gold and silver are real money. Number one, gold and silver are liquid, meaning they are easily exchanged, traded, bartered with, or sold for non-monetary government-issued currencies. Now, just for normal people, that's true. In 7K, though, we have the Sound Money Wallet, where we can send cash, gold, or silver to anyone in our network. We can exchange our dollars for silver in a second, or gold to silver in a second. Now, even without 7K, and again, a lot of normal people don't know this, you can sell gold and silver in every single country in the entire world. And it's been that way for 10,000 years. And some people get into this, oh, well, if there's some zombie apocalypse, pandemic, no one's going to want gold and silver. Guys, that's ridiculous. Our entire society and technological structure is built on silver. Like, yeah. I can't imagine a world where silver and gold would not be used if they already used it 10,000 years ago. If it was the best form of money then, and we go into some post-apocalyptic world, why would we use anything other than what has been around for 10,000 years? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and it's almost like assuming that there isn't a wealthy class that's well protected or industry that's still taking place.
What do the banks own the most of? Gold and silver. Do you really think they're just going to be like, well, this stuff's useless now, we're just going to get rid of it? Number two, gold and silver are consistent. That refers to the fact that gold and silver are easily recognized and their appearance and composition have never changed. And as much as we love crypto and teach about it and use it and buy it, guys, I am way more secure with what I hold in silver than my crypto because it's been consistent for 10,000 years. Bitcoin's only been around for 11. And, you know, there's lots of things that could possibly go wrong. I don't think they will. But gold and silver are the safe haven. 3, gold and silver are divisible. Smaller or larger units of precious metals are proportional in value. Most other tangible items of value are not. Now, this is just bullion, not necessarily numismatic, right? Ricardo, anything you want to add about those last two that I mentioned?
Yeah, just that, you know, when we talk about being consistent, it's like I mentioned earlier. You know, gold and silver are money in Africa, in Asia, in Europe, and Americas. You know, it's consistent. You know, you don't have to worry about, well, I have, you know, what is this, dollars, and we're in Zimbabwe or something, or another country where they don't accept dollars. There are places that don't accept dollars today. There are countries in the world today that won't accept your dollar, okay? But they will accept your gold. Everybody takes gold. Everybody takes silver. Doesn't matter who they are, okay? Even countries that are suffering from sanctions and embargoes like Venezuela, okay? The way they're getting around it and feeding their people and handling business on the government level is because they have over what they had at the time, over $1 billion worth of gold, okay? And that $1 billion worth of gold is allowing them to leverage and get the credit and money and resources that they need to run their country. So at the end of the day, if your dollars were worthless or you ran out of dollars, what asset, what money do you have that you can rely on, right? That's what we have when we look at our gold, our silver, and our assets. We have something that will always have value, even if we ever ran out of cash or the cash is worthless.
And I want to add this, guys. Yes, we can get bullion, but we're stacking in the highest asset class, the numismatic coins. I bought this coin for $750. I could sell it for $2,000 today. I bought this about 2 months ago. So 2 months ago, I bought a numismatic coin for $750. There's only 911 of these. One of these is already sold for $2,000. Show me another company where you get paid to buy assets, where the assets double within a month of being released. It doesn't exist. If it does, sign me up today.
Yeah.
All right, number 4, gold and silver are convenient, meaning even small units hold noteworthy value and are easy to carry and transport. Again, even made better with the Sound Money wallet. We now have private security vaults for our gold and silver if you want it. So if you're like, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to move it, I don't want to touch it, I don't want to travel with it, okay, Sound Money wallet solves all that issue. Number 5, gold and silver are durable. That means, as with all precious metals, they are not biodegradable, nor can they evaporate or disappear without a trace. That is not the case with many forms of so-called money. And number 6, and maybe the most important, gold and silver cannot be created on a whim. Both are finite, meaning what exists, exists. Whereas there's almost an infinite amount of paper on this planet, there's a very finite amount of accessible precious metals. So Ricardo, your take on those last 3 points that he brought up.
Yeah. So once again, I mean, obviously they can't just create gold, right? They can't just create silver. And when we talk about the Sound Money wallet, this is why we all get excited about the Sound Money wallet. Most people, when we ask what's their number, 1 or top 3 favorite things about 7K, it's the Sound Money wallet, right? And that's what got us excited. Me and Mike went to Idaho, okay, just to check on the vault, just to check on the gold and silver, right? To make sure it was real. And that Sound Money wallet is 100% backed by physical gold and silver, okay? That Sound Money wallet is 100% insured. The vaults are insured by Lloyd's of London, okay? That Sound Money wallet allows you to take gold and silver and pay for things in fractions. You send $1 worth of gold, $5 worth of gold, $1 worth of silver, $1.25. It doesn't matter. Now we're able to actually transact and spend and do business with that Sound Money wallet, like a lot of people are doing right now with our secondary marketplace for our numismatic coins, which is Stack and Sell. Okay? Understand something, that this company is blazing a trail into the future and leaving a path that's going to create millionaires because of the assets that we're owning, okay? And the eventuality, the mathematical certainty of the dollar continuing to lose relevancy around the world and value. And gold and silver, once again, returning to their place as the international monetary standard, okay? So this is why we're so excited, because we have the best way for people to get gold and silver. That Sound Money wallet is the best way for you to get gold and silver at $1 at a time, 50 cents, $10, $1,000. It doesn't matter. And if you ever want it physically delivered, you can have it delivered within a week or so, because one thing we love about 7K Metals is the integrity, okay? The integrity of this company. They do not sell you anything that they don't have in their physical possession or have access to the physical, right? So this is why we get excited. We're dealing with, a solid company, all right, with longevity, with a clean name, okay? A clean name, clean track record, all right? And dealing with a solid product and asset. And, it's going to hit more people as gold and silver start to continue to rise, as the dollar continues to lose value, as the economy continues to break down, as the uncertainty, fear, and doubt continues to spread, because there is no solution to the present economic situation that the world faces. The only solution that the Federal Reserve and the governments have is to print more paper, to create more debt. You cannot fix a debt crisis by adding on more debt. You probably can stave it off, what they have done, but at some point, the injections of the adrenaline, which is cash in this economy, has no effect, and all confidence is lost in the dollar, and the world decides, hey, we got to go back to what we always have used, which was gold and silver.
Guys, this is what it comes down to. We're not here to fear, scaremonger people. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is I've studied history. We do know the value of the dollar is going to continue to go down. That's a fact. If there's one financial fact we know since 1913, The value of the dollar has consistently gone down. Republicans, Democrats, doesn't matter.
Right.
The question is, what are you going to do about it? I used to try to stop that with politics. Now I realize you can't do that. Okay. So if we know for sure the dollar is going to go down in value, and we have a 10,000-year track record of gold and silver keeping their value and increasing in value as real money, as fake fiat currencies are created out of thin air, you are being financially irresponsible by not owning 5 to 10% of your wealth in gold and silver. I mean, almost every single financial expert will tell you this, but the average ordinary people do not do it because they're not educated. They don't know how to, they don't have access, they don't know how to liquidate it. They don't have a group of people encouraging them to get this gold and silver. That's why we're here. We're changing lives all around the world. We can't help everyone. We can't help you until you want to help you. And that's what we're here for. Whenever you're ready to get started changing your life, and as we always say, it's going to start with your mindset. You're not going to become wealthy by just getting stuff or doing something. You're going to become wealthy by investing in yourself and changing your mindset. Then you get the assets. You know, as Ricardo says, you become free in your mind first before you become wealthy.
Yep.
So
and what I'm gonna add really quick, is that that Sound Money wallet. You know, this is why we're taking advantage of the crypto revolution. You have to secure your profits in real assets. So that Sound Money wallet allows you to convert your your digital asset, your cryptocurrency, into your Sound Money wallet and get some gold and silver. Okay, so keep that in mind, that people who are taking advantage of the cryptocurrency market probably realize the reason I'm getting into crypto is because the dollar isn't good. The dollar is not going to go up in value, so it doesn't make sense to hold dollars. Let me hold crypto, right? Well, it's the same thing. Now, those who are holding crypto, if you're realizing the value in holding crypto, you're going to want to diversify even further. You're going to want to secure your future even further and convert the digital into physical assets like gold and silver, which that Sound Money wallet allows you to do. Take some of your crypto profits, okay, and convert it into physical gold or silver and leave it in your Sound Money wallet or have it delivered. It's all up to you.
So last few things that I'll mention, guys, if you haven't seen, I dropped a decentralized finance tutorial walkthrough video on Terra Luna. Now, this is only in our runners private group, which is why you want to run with the runners, because we make passive and residual income using centralized and decentralized systems. So Terra Luna DeFi, where I'm getting paid 127% to borrow money. I didn't misspeak there, guys. I'm getting paid 127% to borrow money that I can then take and make more money on, about 20%, 20 to 70%, depending on which one you want to do. So guys, you got to get educated, right? You got to understand what is real money. You have to understand inflation. And that's why we're so big on changing the culture and the mindset of what everyone is doing. So as always, you can help support our mission and cause at therunners.shop, therunners.shop. We got some new t-shirts. We got some women cuts now. So if you want to help support us, change your mindset and the culture, therunners.shop, therunners.shop for some new merch. We will be back next week. Same time, same place. Our Zoom is at 7 o'clock. Same link. We'll be back here going live again. And we'll have some details on the 90-day run that is coming up. So if you've been on the edge of joining the runners and 7K, this would be the week to get in, because what's going to happen is going to be legendary, just like the first time we did it. So whoever shared this video with you, tagged you in it, get back to them and see how you can get plugged in. And before we go, because I know I want to get one last big thing on Ricardo here of just why you need gold and silver, is everyone watching right now, give me the hashtag silver4freedom, hashtag silver, the number 4 freedom, and then like this wherever you're watching, share it out to get this information out the big tech companies, they don't want people knowing this stuff. They want people, you know, clicking on cat videos and watching TikTok videos of people dancing all day long, not to know how to become free. So Ricardo, last one here, 1 minute. Why does everyone need to be buying gold and silver on autopilot every month?
Yeah, it's not called dancing, it's called twerking, Mike. They twerking on TikTok.
Is that what the kids do these days?
But look, I mean, look, folks. So, and one thing I did want to add this really quick, though. You know, it's not about the economy crashing. It's not about a doomsday scenario so much. And what I mean by that is we've been talking about for the last 2 years, you know, I've been talking about, you know, publicly getting gold and silver. Gold was around $1,200 an ounce. Gold is now $2,000 an ounce, okay? And it's going higher. We're talking about silver. About 2 years ago, silver was around $17, $15 an ounce. Now it's 26, 27. You barely can get it for less than 35, okay? The thing is that this asset, these assets are not only, you know, insurance, all right, and building wealth for you, all right, but they're increasing in value regardless of what happens in the economy. Why? Because the dollar is not money. It's not an asset. Okay. It's a liability. It's a depreciating currency, and gold and silver kind of adjust to the loss in value of gold and silver, you know, minus the rigging. But you have to have gold and silver moving forward. You have to secure your financial future. You have to build wealth. You have to create generational wealth. I mean, I look at so many people and I wonder if something happened to you today and you have people who are relying on you, children, cousins, nieces, nephews, family members. What do you have? What do you have? You know, people barely want to get insurance. I know a lot of people don't have health or life insurance. Okay, well, you saving in gold and silver is a form of life insurance that can pass down to your family and also pay for your burial in the event, unfortunate event of your untimely passing. This is an asset that you got to have. It serves so many functions in your life. Okay, using your gold and silver as collateral, okay, to get a loan so you can take money to make more money if that's the case. Okay, never sell your assets, right, when you can leverage your assets to build yourself more wealth. But this is why we get excited about 7K, because as we're saving and leveraging and building wealth in these assets, we're getting paid in cash. So we don't have to worry about selling our gold and silver because we need cash. We're creating cash flow by helping people acquire a membership and saving these assets where nobody loses. Is that phenomenal or what?
Mic drop right there. Guys, we're having fun. We're getting wealthy. If you want to too, you can whenever your mind gets in the right place. So we'll be back. Yeah, agreed. Daryl, there is save, share, earn. It's really that simple, guys. This is the new economy. Jobs are going away. You know, you just go to restaurants now. There's almost no servers. Like you go up and order your own food and then they like bring it to you. It's a whole different economy out there. So everyone have a great week. Get your assets, get real money, get educated, and we'll see you guys next week. Lace up. Let's get wealthy.